that's about, and that's about. I think that's. Oh, Chadwick. Good morning, Chadwick. So that's who I see in the chat so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to. I gotta look. I'm trying to figure out this Met Ball thing. I really am. It's so weird, and the costumes they wear. And so we're just gonna go through this. There's a couple trends that you see, and so we're just gonna get. Okay, so here. I'm gonna make this a little smaller so it'll fit on my screen. There we go. And we're just gonna scroll down through some of the looks from the Met Ball. Now this is the BBC coverage of it. For some reason, let's see. I'm gonna make it a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna make it so. I'm doing some just kind of editing while we're here before I even put it on the screen, so that's nice. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna move the picture over so that you can see kind of the whole full screen. So much wasted fabric. Good. Hey, X Bubba Hotep, welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Good morning, Zombie Teddy. And X Bubba Hotep, that might be the first time you've been here, at least that I remember. So welcome. We're here on the Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT. So, let's just take a gander at some of the Met Ball pictures here, because now, here, let me hit this button. There we go. So now we got them on the screen here. Now this is Lady Gaga, or is this Lady Gaga? I think it is. Yeah, because she did this whole thing where her costume just kept changing the whole night, I guess. Because there's several pictures of her and she looks different. Unless this is that drag queen gal, whatever, that does Lady Gaga as her thing. But it freak show. Not even. It's just weird. I don't get it. Now there were some cool things though, and I want to show you one cool thing about it. But anyway, so this is Lady Gaga's entrance, and she had the train and looked like kind of a cross between what's the lady in the Sound of Music? I know it's Julie Andrews, but what was her character's name? I don't know what this is. This looks like this looks like something that you would see. Take the train away, and it looks like something you would see in The Music Man. Like, just cut it off right here, and it looks like something they had going on in The Music Man, that era. But yeah, she had this billowing pink thing, but then she changed. Like, she opened it up, and it turned into this, but she actually looks fairly classy here. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Gaga. I mean, some of her music's okay. And, she's just this era's Madonna. I grew up when Madonna started getting big, and so she's just the new Madonna. She's a different generation to me. Now, wait a minute, Evil One. Here's the thing, though. I don't think I see you say she's overrated. Yeah, here's the Mary Poppins. She went, you know what? Maybe it is. It's the whole Julie Andrews thing. She started there. If you cut off the train, that kind of looks like a Julie Andrews dress from one movie. And then here she goes to Mary Poppins. She's not overrated, though. A lot of people say this, and even though I'm not a fan, she is incredibly talented. And I didn't really realize it until I heard her sing live one time. And I don't even think it was, I can't remember who she was singing with, but like her piano skills and her writing, she's actually pretty damn talented. It's just not my cup of tea, but she's very, very talented. And again, her whole shtick is that Madonna chameleon thing that she does. So she draws attention to herself. But anyway, good morning, Tyler F. How you doing? We're doing a little Met Ball action here. All right. She's done duets with The Heart and Sanford guy who's Tony Bennett. Yeah, that was awesome, man. She does have a lot of talent. But anyway, all right. But then she turns chameleon again. She cast to get rid of the black part, and now she has this. And this is a classic look, man. She's looking like what's the Hepburn? Not Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, she kind of has that Audrey Hepburn thing going here with this great dress. And then she takes it down to her underwear because, of course, she's, like I said, she's this generation's Madonna. So, yeah, she was like, doing that whole thing. Now, the next one here is Serena Williams. Now, I haven't quite figured this out. But she does have the nice matching Nike tennis shoes and stuff. But I can't tell if she's like, if she's a Dayglow leaf bag or what the hell that is. Let's see, neon yellow gown with matching Nike trainers. Okay, she was a co-host of the event this year, which is kind of cool. I mean, I like Serena Williams. She's the greatest female tennis player of all time. You got to be careful saying that. I know John McEnroe got in trouble for that, but hey, I'm sorry. It's a fact. Even she knows that she wouldn't be able to beat the 1,000th ranked male player, but she is the greatest female tennis player of all time, no doubt in my mind. And then you had Janelle Monáe, or what's her name? Janelle Monáe. She's also pretty talented, but she had like 4 hats in one. And then she had this big eyeball over her boob. But that's actually, I think that's a pretty cool dress if you think about it. It's kind of a cool ensemble. I mean, it's not. It's funny. It's not even. That's just kind of a cool outfit. I mean, 4 hats and Picasso. Yeah, it's a Picasso. Her dress is Picasso. It's kind of cool, actually. I didn't say it was beautiful. I just said it's kind of cool. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, and then this is, who's this? Kenyan actress, Lupita Nyong'o, smiles. And then she just went the whole makeup route. She's a cool, I like that gal. She's cool. All right. Then you got this dude. I quote Michael Urie. I gone for 2 looks in one. Yeah, I'm not sure where he was going here, but, this is that. Hey, good morning, Smarty Bear. Good morning. Who else showed up here? All right. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole lot of this gender bending stuff going on, which is cool if that's what you're into. It's just not my thing. But it is kind of this looks like a Halloween costume to me. Not something you'd go to the Met Ball with. He has the different shoes. He has a high heel boot here and a high heel shoe on this side. And man, I don't get these people. Now this freaked me out when I saw this. This is actor Ezra Miller. And so his real eyes are right there, but that is I want to do this for Halloween. That's pretty freaky, man. They did all this, that's some intricate makeup work. By the way, the theme was camp. Good luck picking that out. Well, this is kind of campy, isn't it? I mean, look at the painted eyes all over there. That's freaky, man. I kind of dig that. That would be a great Halloween costume. All right. Then, Katy Perry came dressed as my chandelier, my chandelier. I wanna sing on my chandelier, my chandelier. Wow, I didn't think I could hit that note. She came as a fucking chandelier. Oh my gosh. Okay. What's that? Yeah. It would have been better if she had real candles. Set her on fire. Oh god. Oh, bad MC. Bad MC. All right, and then the Kardashians. Now the Kardashians and their dates and Kanye, etc. They actually came looking fairly normal. That was bad, and you should feel bad. What? Oh, rest in peace, head. I'm sorry, I forgot I was right so close to the microphone. Okay, I'm very sorry. I forget. No, I've been putting the mic closer to my mouth so that I wouldn't have to yell so much. But I forget that when I sometimes go off or do a yell or have a rant or sometimes sing, I should probably move it slightly farther away from my mouth. But now here's the thing. Now I saw something about Kim Kardashian's dress, and that I thought was kind of cool, because even though I'm not a fan of the Kardashians, but they look almost normal for an event like this. But let's see. Hang on a second here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see, because Kim Kardashian's dress was designed after something else. Let's see. Kim Kardashian Met Gala 2019. There's a thing about her dress. Where is it here? Her dress was actually designed after a movie. Yes, it's about the color of her skin, and so I gotta show you this. This is kind of cool, actually. And I thought, oh, that's neat. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, is this the one? Yeah, it's. Hang on, what's the movie? Let's see. All right, here, I'll show you here. Her dress was designed to look like, gosh darn it, where is it? Here it is. I'm sorry, you guys, I had this set up before, but all right, here's the picture that we're looking for. Oh, you can't really see it. Hang on. So here we go. Sorry about this, but here's the. So here, look at Kim Kardashian's dress here, and then this is Sophia Loren from the movie Boy and a Dolphin. That's what the dress was designed after. Which was, that's pretty cool. If you ever saw that movie, where basically it's a Sophia Loren in a wet t-shirt contest back in the 60s. But so that's what the dress was designed after. So the jewels that are hanging off it are the water dripping off. So I thought that was kind of cool, All right, then we got this is one of the Jonas brothers. I don't know his name. This is Nick. Oh, this is Nick Jonas. Serious question. Are these the same people who lecture us on wasting money and not helping underprivileged? Yes, they are. They are these people. And yeah, some of these dresses are well into $100,000. I'm sure. Let's see. I try like 5 different ways to describe how it's supposed to be, but they all sounded sexual. Basically, to appear wet. Yeah. Anyway, Nick Jonas and his wife, newlywed Priyanka Chopra, which that's a terrible makeup job on her. She's the one. She's in what show? I'm trying to figure out what's up with the afro. Okay, because she's Indian. Her hair's as straight as it could be, but they had made an afro here. I'm calling cultural appropriation here. Priyanka, or whatever the hell your name is, Priyanka. And then this is his brother, and they look fairly sensible. Kind of, I don't know, artistic, but whatever. That's his brother Joe Jonas, and his newer wife, Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner, which still not watching Game of Thrones, but I'm gonna start because this is the last season, so I'm gonna start watching it from the beginning, starting this week. Anyway. Then this is some other Bollywood star, which that's a classic looking gown for a big event. Nothing too freaky there. This is Laverne Cox from Orange Is the New Black. She's looking pretty good there. More classical big time guy. Now this is weird. Come on, dude. Third co-host, Harry Styles, used to be in that band, whatever that band was, New One Direction or something like that. Wearing this weird sheer top and pants. I don't know. He looks weird, but that's just Harry Styles. I don't know. And then this dude, I don't know what the hell he's got going on here, but man, that looks like right out of like Casey and the Sunshine Band or something. Oh, good Lord. Some of these people. Oh, and this is that singer, Billy Porter. He's the dude who came in was it at the Oscars? They had the tuxedo top and then the big, like, Southern Belle gown. Well, he went even bigger for this one. Let's see how weird we can be. And this guy, he's a theater owner, and he decided to come as the theater. Can you see that? That's the balcony of the theater there as he opens up his big butterfly dance. He looks like he's trying to be a superhero. And then Celine Dion, I don't know what she was doing here. She usually comes in looking weird, but, she looks pretty damn good for her age, though. I mean, what are you going to do? She came in as, what was the Wicked Witch of the Wicked Witch in Snow White called? She's kind of like the negative of that. Maleficent, however you say that word. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of crazy. And then this is my this dude. I don't understand. He brought his own head with him. So I guess two heads are better than one. I don't know. He's kind of looking very like very Games of Thrones-ish or something. I don't know. I don't even know who this dude is. Jared Leto. I don't even know. Yeah, whatever. And then this is that's a drag. U.S. drag queen Aquaria went for the painted hair and diamante hand pieces. Oh, I see. Yeah, whatever. And then this is actor Yara Yashidi with lots of feathers. Okay, so now it's just getting boring. And then there's the host, Anna Wintour, editor of Vogue. She's very, very classy, darling. And she's one of those people that actually talk like this, with her mouth half closed, and she talks in this little New England accent and tries to be very proper and she's peaceful and darlings. And darlings, I could care less about Anna Wintour. So there you go. There is the fashion show from the Met Gala. You were dying to see that. or not. All right, so let's move on. Now, let me remind you before we move on, though, that the Morning Night Live is brought to you by our sponsor, you. You're the sponsor. You, the viewers of this show, are the ones that keep me going and make it worthwhile for me. So please do me a favor. Right down here below, there's a share arrow, and there's a like button, and there's all that stuff that we do. The share arrow is probably more important to me than the like button now, because we're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to grow the show. And so between you guys sharing this out and me starting to make videos again and the whole thing, hopefully we'll be able to grow. I'm hoping to get to at least 1,000 by June so we can live stream from the road without having me jump through a lot of hoops. But if we don't, I'll figure out a way to do it. Also, if you'd like to do super chats, I don't have enough subscribers for that, but if you want to do super chats, we can do that through the Streamlabs link down below, or Sarah will also put it in the chat. And you know what? It's not, you don't have to, but I do appreciate it when people donate. People have been very generous as we started up this channel and I started the channel a couple years ago. But as I've been putting a lot more effort into doing the daily live streams, people have been very generous, and I do greatly appreciate that. So, and we still haven't had any super chats in May yet, but we'll get there. I know someone will be in there ready to go. So thank you for being here. We're going to move on, and we do what we do here. For those of you who are not here a lot, we do some news. We do daily Twitter trends. Occasionally we have some guests. In fact, this Friday I have a few guests coming. So there you go. So let's see. The other thing I want to see if anyone else has shown up. since I started doing this that I haven't seen yet. It looks like, Maniac Man, were you here earlier? I didn't see you, but anyway, good morning to you two. Good morning to everybody. So let's get into some news now. Here's something fascinating because if you didn't hear about this, Bill and Hillary Clinton. I know some people don't like it when I talk about Hillary Clinton, but this is just an interesting thing. Bill and Hillary Clinton are doing a speaking tour. Now, it's a speaking tour in which, man, the tickets for this thing, the prices were nuts. I mean, they had $1,000 tickets for this speaking tour. Doing some theaters and things like that. It's a show called An Evening with the Clintons, where they, their whole thing was just to talk about their experiences in government and, just all that really exciting stuff. Good morning, Green Badger Outdoors. Well, the tour is having just some minor issues. And for example, An Evening with the Clintons tour ends. Ticket prices plummet to $2. Oh, this is from Hot Air, one of my old faves. When the bottom fell out of the ticket market for An Evening with the Clintons, it really plummeted. The final date of their speaking tour is Sunday night in Las Vegas. A quick scan of tickets on StubHub for the Sunday night show offers tickets for as little as $15. At least when I checked in late last Saturday night. This is Karen Townsend. A glance for tickets available on sale at Ticketmaster Online show they begin at $45.72 and go up to $257.18. I wrote about this tour back in the beginning of December, and even then, ticket sales were slow and had to be discounted. Perhaps realizing they were on rocky ground, the two Clintons first took the tour to Canada as a soft opener before their American dates. The fine folks in Toronto were less than impressed, and the ticket sales showed a lack of interest in the former president and his wife, a woman who felt entitled to the presidency but lost to her old friend, Donald Trump. That's some writing magic right there. The tour dates were scheduled in Clinton-friendly cities, yet struggle to put warm bodies in seats was real. Still, audience reaction has been mixed. Just last month in New York City, a tour stop brought Haitian protesters and a man in a front row seat yelling out, "Bill, this is boring." The night at the Beacon Theater, the moderator was Clinton loyalist and political consultant Paul Begala. Friday night's date at Seattle's WAMU Theater brought out the true blue Clinton supporters. The stop in Seattle, a liberal haven in the Great Northwest, included actor Bradley Whitford as the moderator. Does that name sound familiar? Chat, does that name sound familiar? Whitford played the role of White House Deputy Chief of Staff Josh Lyman in The West Wing. I would have never known that. Whitford plays the role of a political activist in real life. This week, he will co-host a fundraiser in Los Angeles for Mayor Pete's presidential campaign. Ticket prices in Seattle were deeply discounted. So the best seats in the house of Seattle's WAMU Theater Friday could be had for $829, which was 54% off the $1,785 that the former first couple fetched when the tour was announced in early November. But organizers soon had to slash listed prices and even offered discount tickets through Groupon to boost sales. The official prices for Friday's appearance range from $66.50 to $519, the Seattle Times reported. They were charging $1,785 for the best seats to go watch a former president and a former First Lady, Senator, Secretary of State, and failed presidential candidate sit on stage and talk about their experiences. Who in their right mind would pay for that? You know what I wonder? I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm spitballing. I wonder if she is going to try to run for president again this next coming time up. And now, hear me out on this. I wonder that because this tour was supposed to, I think maybe it's supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be a fundraiser, although everything they do is a fundraiser. But I wonder if they were just trying to test the waters to see if anyone wanted to see them anymore or not. You're grooming shelves for it? No, not yet. And I don't think she's going to have any traction anyway. I really wonder if she's planning on running again. It's weird. Hillary used a popular phrase with the left. We are in a constitutional crisis. I really believe that we are in a crisis, a constitutional crisis, Hillary Clinton said. We are in a crisis of confidence and a crisis over the rule of law and the institution that have weathered a lot of problems over so many years. And it is something that, regardless of where you stand in the political spectrum, should give real heartburn to everybody because this is a test for our country. And then she criticized William Barr and I laugh because she complains about William Barr, but she doesn't really recall any complaints from her time in the Obama administration because there were no scandals during the Obama administration. I keep hearing that over and over, and yet I can usually list a bunch of different scandals. In fact, the Attorney General under Obama was also, they're threatening contempt for Barr, but Eric Holder was held in contempt by Congress too for not doing whatever Congress asked from him for like 9 months. They went back and forth for 9 months, and they finally held him in contempt for it was a Fast and Furious scam. They wanted him to testify about that, and he refused. It's so weird because, man, didn't Barr come out and testify when they called him? Of course, he skipped the House of Representatives because they changed the rules before he came. But anyway, I think it's just humorous that this tour is failing and they've had to discount prices drastically because nobody wants to see them. I don't even think people who like them want to see them. You know? Oh, there it is in the chat, the Streamlabs link. If you want to do a super chat, you can do it through that link that Sarah just so graciously put in the chat. So there you go. Talked about that earlier. All right, moving on. Here's an interesting one. You know, remember when Flint, Michigan in 2014 began having all the water problems? And I laughed because the other day I posted a clip. President Obama was speaking somewhere in Flint recently, and then said something. Looked around and can I get a drink of water? Because he was being a jackass. Of course, he forgets that the Flint water crisis began in 2014, and it's 2019, 5 years later. And here's the deal. So they had this crisis, and basically it was these people, the city administrators screwed it up, and then they had some problems with the EPA, and then the governor tried to get involved, but by the time that happened, the water in Flint was just complete garbage, literally. It came out of faucets brown. So basically what they have to do, because when they diverted the water from one source to another, the water wasn't treated correctly for the type of water pipes they have. So now they have to replace the entire system throughout the city. And, you know, every time you hear something about, well, the people in Flint still don't have clean water. Well, imagine, let me compare it to this. Have you ever had a really big highway project where you live? Like, for example, we had this big interchange between Bloomington, Minnesota and Minneapolis, Minnesota, or kind of in the Richfield area. And that thing took like 3 or 4 years to do this big interchange. Well, Think about changing all of the pipes in an entire city and how long that would take. Okay? It takes a long time. It's not any, right now, the crisis happened because of mismanagement, but the replacement of it is taking forever because that's how long it's going to take. You have to replace the pipes throughout the entire city. Well, they're having a little problem here. Apparently, Flint, Michigan administrators mismanaged clean water funds, and they hired a firm with no experience in replacing pipes. A new report from the Daily Caller claims that the city of Flint, Michigan, which has suffered from a headline commanding water crisis for half a decade, may have steered tens of $millions in aid money meant to help replace the lead water pipes to a contractor that had no experience, but who did have a close relationship with Flint city officials. Again, the Flint city officials. Thank you, Bubba Hotep. Sent you a DM on Twitter saying this basically can't send. I'm not a verified account. What? I am a verified account. What the hell? Okay, well, we'll fix that. That's what people were talking about. All right. Anyway, we'll get into this. I appreciate you guys. The controversy may go straight to the top, to the Flint mayor's office. The Caller reports that $22 million in water crisis aid was directed to a company with ties to city officials, even though that company didn't have experience replacing leaded water pipes. What the aid money was meant to help do. Administrators in charge of the project also ignored cost-saving models that would have allowed water replacement companies to test for older pipes before digging up huge swaths of land, opting instead to follow a plan that had contractors digging up yard after yard to replace water pipes, even if they found copper or new piping underground. The city prohibited contractors from using an efficient method of digging holes known as hydrovac excavation. A Flint councilwoman told the Caller that leveled the playing field for a contractor, W.T. Stevens, with no experience or the appropriate equipment, and let it bill far more to taxpayers, she said. All of these factors, the councilwoman adds, needlessly led to more waiting for anyone who actually has lead pipes. Now, I'm wondering, when they say they... Did y'all catch the code words in there? There were some code words. Did y'all catch it? Let me read that little bit again. The city prohibited contractors from using an efficient method of digging holes known as hydrovac excavation. That leveled the playing field for a contractor, W.T. Stevens, with no experience or the appropriate equipment. I wonder if they're just trying to help a brother out. Oh my gosh. Oh, and every time, and that's one of my my brethren on the left love to talk about, well, Flint still doesn't have clean water. Well, let's figure out why they don't have clean water. One, the fully Democratic City Council that, oh my God, the cause for the diversion. This is a problem. Obviously, they're finding some crony who doesn't have the right equipment, who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. They chose to dig up yards they knew were copper, and they decided to hand dig instead of hydrovac, the councilwoman said. That was because W.T. Stevens didn't have the ability, and you get more money digging by hand. It costs $250 to hydrovac versus thousands to dig a large hole without the equipment. Flint's mayor, Karen Weaver, and one key Flint City Councilman, Eric Mays, both appear to have cozy relationships with W.T. Stevens and supported the contractor even when the work looked shoddy. The pair were also behind the decision to dig up every yard looking for lead pipes, even though a University of Michigan study was able to predict where the problematic lead pipes were with stunning 94% accuracy. The predictive model could be extrapolated, Flint Clean Water activists said, but W.T. Stevens dug up areas where there were no predicted lead pipes in exploratory projects. This latest revelation is just one of a handful of discoveries that have called aspects of the nearly billion-dollar Flint water rescue program into question. Really? Imagine that. Some corruption in Flint, Michigan. Amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, so and you know, it's funny because I think the federal government has put in like almost $100 million into these projects. Let's see, 22. Oh, apparently there's gonna be a lawsuit on the way. Anyway, the Flint water has been safe to drink since early 2017, according to the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality, and the amount of lead in the water has continued to fall, where it's now well below levels considered safe by the federal government and the National Resources Defense Council. So anyway, they gave their money to cronies and made sure that they leveled the playing field, which is code for getting minority contractors in there. I have no problem if they get minority contractors in there. They should, if there's minority contractors out there that can do the job with the proper equipment, that's great. But this one didn't have it. Good Lord. All right, so apparently, let's see. I wonder real quick here. I want to just take a quick look. There's a reason I can't. So I want to log out because then I would be on. I'm going to have to figure out how to verify my account. Apparently, that's why I'm not able to get Streamlabs donations. That's okay. We'll get back in the show. We'll fix that. Try to fix that by tomorrow. All right. Moving on. Next article. Does the water still catch fire? I think it doesn't catch fire anymore. I think it's safe to drink. And but you know what? If you ever want to do a fire lit shot, I would, I don't know if I want to test that. All right, moving on. What's this one now again? I can't remember why I put this one. Oh, no, I don't do that one. Here, let's go back into Ace. Oh, I just wanted to do. There was some interesting. I was on my favorite conservative blog, Ace of Spades, and they had some quotes of the day that I thought were pretty good. I thought the fun bees kind of humorous. This one in particular. These people, they don't believe the same set of rules apply to them that apply to everyone else. Former President of the United States, Bill Clinton. Again, Bill Clinton saying, these people, they don't believe the same set of rules apply to them that apply to everybody else. Get the F out. What is that even reference to? What is the article? Oh, that's because the evening. Yeah, that was from one of the things, the evening with the Clintons. They don't believe that the same set of rules apply to them that apply to everybody else. Well, if they did apply to, if the same rules applied to everybody, Bill, you know where your spouse would be, and maybe even you. Oh, and then, yeah, FTG, right? FTG. There you go. Quote number 2. This is from Speaker Nancy Pelosi, because she, you know what? Have you noticed that they're bringing up this nonsense again? That if President Trump loses in 2020, that he may not relinquish the office. He might contest the results and might not relinquish the office. It's like, y'all, all you've done for the last 2 years is contest the last election. Especially after you were saying that you were mad because he was going to contest the election results, and that's all you've done for 2 years. Well, here's Nancy Pelosi. If we win by 4 seats, by 1,000 votes each, each, he's not going to respect the election. He would poison the public mind. He would challenge each of the races. He would say, you can't seat these people. That's Speaker Pelosi. Yeah. What have y'all been doing for 2 years? Here's one from Kevin Costner. This is the greatest experiment in humankind, America. This great idea about America still exists. It's still here. People still want to come here, but we're not first in hardly anything that matters. And we have an inflated idea about how we are. We exaggerate about what we are. We are everything that's great, and we are everything that's human. Our humanness and our level of selfishness is overtaking our chance to be great. Let's find out. I didn't even look to see what this quote was from. Kevin Costner, angry at American politics. Shame on us. Maybe. All right. Let's see what this is about. Actor Kevin Costner is angry about America's political landscape and says that our selfishness has transformed the country away from its form of greatness. As a country, we're not selfish at all. I'm just saying. It just. The political landscape is unrecognizable to me, and shame on us for being in that spot, the actor told Variety. That could change overnight, not because of a vote, but because people say, I want to try to be more than about myself. That's the definition of public service. Costner went on to say that the American experiments will always be great, but that greatness will cease if politics continues down this path. And then that's where the quote's from. Costner did not mention President Trump by name, so it's unclear if he sees the Trump administration as a symptom of the political problems or the cause of it. He did, however, campaign for President Obama in 2008, a president who certainly made the political landscape ugly by using identity politics as a billy club. When asked about his 2020 pick, Costner did not say, though he admitted to liking the idea of Michelle Obama. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this one. I'm not thrilled with the state of political discourse in our country right now. People are too busy pointing fingers instead of actually having conversations. Too many people think that cancel culture is something that's valid. Too many people trying to silence people they disagree with. Too many people just taking everything as an assault on their own character instead of maybe just constructive, maybe just differences of opinions. You're not allowed to disagree with your betters. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the state of political discourse, but I don't care. I think you still need more of it. I don't care if, you know what? Everyone's got to be able to express themselves, and you just pray that the best ideas rise to the top. But whatever, Kevin. Whatever. Last one. Now, I don't know who this is. Oliver Thomas. Churches will continue hemorrhaging members and money at an alarming rate until we muster the courage to face the truth. We got it wrong on gays and lesbians. Oh. Okay, this is a guy saying, no, Christianity doesn't need to endorse homosexuality to grow. That's an interesting thought. Stop accepting the Bible as true and admit Christianity has got it terribly wrong on homosexuality. This is the advice Reverend Oliver Thomas gives in a recent opinion article in USA Today for how the church could stop hemorrhaging members and see brighter days. He warns that the church is killing itself because it has painted itself into a corner by actually believing what the Bible says. He contends that Christians should just admit that the Bible gets it wrong on so many important issues and that reason and experience should be our new guide, as if this is a new idea. He says the church is terribly wrong about sexuality, particularly homosexuality, and would do very well to wise up lest it find itself reduced to a warehouse for cobwebs. Okay, and that's where the quote comes from. We don't have to wonder whether Thomas is correct. Not only is he wrong, but an impressive body of very strong data and experience demonstrate that the precise opposite of what he claims is true. You know, I guess I'm not as religious as I used to be, and I also don't think that theological liberalism is a death knell. Well, yeah, the church, that's part of the reason why churches are dying. Fewer people are believing, and there's less of a. Man, this is a hard article. I would have read this first before I get into it because I don't have a formed opinion on it. But I don't know that churches are necessarily unwelcoming. I don't know. Maybe I've just seen a lot of the churches around the Twin Cities here too. I'm gonna come back to that one another day. I don't have a formed opinion. These dumbasses claiming that trans lesbian Muslims and stupid labels like that have never read all the books. Yeah. Yeah, I know. No talk about Islam stoning people for being gay. Right. Yeah, there's so many problems that's not addressing. Anyway. Oh, here's a good one. The left pisses and moans about Trump president. Trump honored the 2018 elections. What? What is this? That doesn't make sense. This is what a totalitarian state looks like. Oh, this is what a true totalitarian state looks like. Turkish authorities, buddy, ordered a redo of an election won by an opponent of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's political party, snatching away a major victory from the country's opposition. Under heavy pressure by Mr. Erdogan's Justice and Development Party, Turkey's High Election Commission, which described as packed with the president's loyalists, canceled the results of the 31 March Istanbul mayoral elections, narrowly won by Ekrem İmamoğlu, a rising star in the Turkish opposition. The news was reported by Turkey's state-run Anatolia news agency. It sent the Turkish lira, already battered by inflation and high borrowing costs, tumbling. So he just overturned election by decree, basically. That's totalitarianism. That ain't going to happen in this country. You know what? If Trump wins, he wins. If Trump loses, he'll leave office. That's just how our country works. We have peaceful transitions of power. Everyone made those same arguments about Obama at the end of his 8 years. Oh, Obama's not going to leave office. Bullshit. He's going to follow the rules, and our military would have enforced it if he tried not to. It's just silly. Come on, people. Yeah, delusional Hillary ought to do a little research on stolen elections. Oh, boy. All right, let's move on. Let's get into Twitter trends, because it's about that time to do Twitter trends. So let's put it. I'm going to pop the button here, and there we go. Hey, it's me again. Hi. By the way, I'm going to remind you again, share, like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll get the Streamlabs thing fixed. I don't know why Goodbye, Sarah. Nice to see you here in the chat today, and always here helping me out. Thank you very much. Let's get into Twitter trends. Let's find out what people are talking about today. Now, the number... Oh, that's moved up to... See, now it's changed since the last time I looked at it. I always got to check. Here, real quick, though, I'm going to check... let's see. Xbub Hotep, thank you so much. This beat is hidden because of something. Yeah, no, I want to accept it, and let's view the media. All right, there's the... Okay, so... It wouldn't let me because... Security are only available to verified accounts. Please contact support for more details on how to become verified. Oh, I don't know. Is that my verified account? Or your verified account? Interesting. I don't know. Later, C. Thomas. Later, Corbin. Have a good day, man. I don't know whose account has to be verified because I've been able to get Streamlab donations, but who knows? I guess we'll find out another time. So, but anyway, let's make sure I follow Expo Hotep too. All right, we're gonna move on. Let's get into Twitter trends today, and trending number one, which I wasn't sure if this would be number one, but who knew? Today it's Teacher Appreciation Day. Now, I thought I said this yesterday, didn't I? Yesterday was, what is it, like National Nurses Day. It wasn't yesterday teachers, did I say that yesterday? How come this is up here again? Anyway, and of course, pay them more. They changed the trajectory of a child's life every single day. Teacher Appreciation Day. You know what? Where do teachers get the most respect and salaries? China, Malaysia, Taiwan, Russia, Indonesia, Korea, Turkey, India. You know what? I don't think that can't be right as far as well, let's put it this way. We spend more money per pupil than anywhere in the world. Now, it's fascinating. These are not in order. But where do teachers get the most respect? That's interesting. Where are teachers the most valued? Well, how do you know that? How do you know? I mean, how do they measure how teachers are valued? Now, it's not by money because when they're looking at the salaries, Russia's in the top 5, but they spend seven times more per teacher in Taiwan. So it's not by how much they're paid. And also the other thing. Now, I am the son of 2 people who are high school teachers, and teachers are paid. They always say, "Oh, well, teachers don't make this much. They only make this much per year." In fact, the school district my kids in, the teachers are very well paid. But remember, they're also paid for basically, I'm not going to say 9 months a year, for a full year, for 9 months a year, but 10 months a year at least. Because I know that my dad, when he wasn't teaching during the school year, he was usually painted houses or painted buildings in the summer just as just to do something. Even though he was still getting his teacher, he was on a contract where they got paid year round, even though he was working during the school year. So, I mean, you got to remember, teachers, granted, they go and get continuing education sometimes and whatever to try to raise themselves up. But I don't think teachers are necessarily underpaid everywhere in America. Maybe there's some school districts where you might consider them underpaid, and especially for the hassle of a job that it is. But anyway, I don't know why I went off on that rant. It is Teacher Appreciation Day. Thank your kids' teachers if you have kids, or get in contact with an old teacher you had and thank them today. Let's see. Where teachers there's places where teachers can get free food and discounts for Teacher Appreciation Day. Oh, good. Ed Krasenstein put something up here for Teachers Appreciation Day. Let's see the wisdom of the Krasenstein brothers. Ed Krasenstein. Why is it so difficult for people to realize the importance of our teachers? For it is the teachers who help form the future of America. They are fertilizer that grows this country into the productive, caring nation we yearn to be. Teacher Appreciation Day. Ed Krasenstein, who doesn't recognize the importance of our teachers? No, Ed's the good-looking twin. The other one's the ugly one. Isn't that? I thought... Yeah, Brian's the ugly twin. Ed's the good-looking twin. Hi, Necro. I didn't see you pop in. Good morning, Jason Burns. I just saw you too. Hello, how you doing? No, Ed's the better-looking of the ugly twins. But you know what? This whole statement is puzzling to me. So why is it so difficult for people to realize the importance of teachers? Do we? Do we not realize the importance of teachers? I beg to differ. Now, a lot of people like to say that, and a lot of people like to say, oh, we don't pay our teachers enough. I just, do we not pay them enough? What's the average teacher salary in your school district? I know ours is like, well, I know maybe our school district is an anomaly, but I know it's, you know, it's above 60, 70,000 a year in our district. It's got somewhere. I don't know. Ask and Cherry Tags. It's Teacher Appreciation Day, so let's have some hashtag fun while we fill in for hashtag You're It. Join myself and my handsome guest, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so the hashtag of the day is Heard in the Teacher's Lounge. If you want to participate in that, anything else? So there's a bunch of thank yous, a lot of nice tweets for teachers. All right. Probably a lot of virtue signaling too. Oh, let's see. Yep, lots and lots and lots. All right, I'm not even going to read those. Let's move on. That's number one trending. It'll probably be number one trending most of the day. Aisha Curry is trending number 2. Now, if you know who Aisha Curry is Steph Curry's wife. Steph Curry's wife. Yeah, West Virginia, $65,000 a year and a 3-month vacation. Almost every holiday off, plus a week in the spring. Now, granted, they sometimes work a day into their vacation, and in the summer, sometimes they'll go do continuing education. And then, you know, it's funny. The other thing about, I'm sorry, I know I'm going back to Teacher Appreciation Day. The other thing is, there was a period, I remember, it was my son's sophomore year, my daughter's senior year in high school. And it seemed like those kids got like every Friday off, like 4 weeks in a row for different things. I'm like, why are you off school this Friday? Oh, this is a teacher, workshop day. Okay, fine, whatever. Why are you off this Friday? Oh, well, they've got a in-service today. Wait a minute, what was that last week? Oh, that was a workshop day. This is an in-service day. Okay, oh gosh. Why you got this Friday off? It's Thursday and Friday off. Oh, well, it's MEA. It's Teachers Convention. Well, why do you got Wednesday off? Well, they have a workshop day before they go to Teachers Convention. I'm like, there were so many days where my kids were home from school, and I'm like, wait a minute. Aren't they supposed to be teaching you something this day? And we can't fire shit teachers. Yeah, you can't. No, oh man, especially in some communities. Some communities they can, but some of the unions, like especially like New York, they have a whole school basically set up for teachers who suck and are suspended for whatever reason. They just get paid and they go sit in this school for whatever, and then they come back and teach somewhere else. Oh, it's just terrible. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that back. But let's go back to Aisha Curry. Aisha Curry is Steph Curry's wife, the famous basketball player from the Golden State Warriors. And apparently she said something that got under some people's skin. She said, where is it? She said it here somewhere. Oh, well, let's just read some of the tweets because then you'll get the gist of it. Y'all mad that Aisha Curry doesn't want groupies around her husband, but get mad when a nigga just talking to like another girl picture. She said something about how she doesn't like people being around Steph. Let's see. Aisha set the bar super high for what it means to be a wife, and a lot of women who can't meet that criteria hate her for that, so they try to rip her down and make her seem less than, seem less than. The same way guys do other men who are faithful and loving to their wife. It's just hate. Aisha Curry is a pick-me as a married woman. Wait a minute. What did she say? She said, I want to find out what she said. Aisha Curry definitely just released the hounds while her husband is in the midst of a shaky playoff run. You absolutely hate to see it. Let's see. Every girl I see hating on Aisha Curry's fine ass is either a swamp donkey, a dungeon monkey, or two Popeyes $5 deals away from a 600-pound and me co-stars. These are the same girls who started a fight when their boyfriend liking an IG model picture. She said something got people going. I don't know. Let's see. LOL. How are y'all mad about what Aisha Curry said about groupies? Y'all get mad with y'all men when they talk to a female, but laugh at her for feeling the same way. What the hell did she say? I remember seeing it this morning. Twitter feminists are mad. Okay, what'd she say? Oh, okay, here it is. Aisha Curry was asked about groupies. She said she doesn't like it. She doesn't like them around her husband. What's wrong with that statement? Should she like it? Hell no, she shouldn't like it. She shouldn't like it. She didn't want them hoes around her husband. And he's traveling 86, well, let's see, 86 games. He's traveling 43, 44 days a year. She don't want no hoes around her husband. People mad at Aisha Curry for saying she's uncomfortable with thoughts around her man. This is the thought of the day. Let's see. It's like y'all can't stand the fact that Aisha Curry is in a strong, healthy relationship or something. Y'all really just be hating on that woman, and she did nothing wrong. I'm obviously, Black Twitter is using the vernacular today. Aisha Curry said she's uncomfortable with other women being around her husband. Husband! She said. Her husband! And y'all called her a pick-me. But let someone come around your cheating boyfriend that you've been with for 3 months. Y'all be ready to fight. Aisha Curry has the right to express how she feels about her husband, and don't be dragged about it. Females literally look for any reason to drag Aisha. It's sickening. Jealousy will get you nowhere, because Aisha Curry's a fine individual, if you know what I mean. Aisha Curry not wanting groupies around her husband is her right. Considering how grossly insecure women are these days, y'all should be able to relate to her. Especially those crying in my DMs over some ashy-ass dude on the timeline that ain't theirs and I don't want. Yes. Yes. All right, I think I've said enough about Aisha Curry. Oh. See, this is Aisha Curry right here. I think. Isn't that her or no? Is Aisha going to have to choke a bitch? And she's, look at her. She's a nice looking gal, nice looking couple. He's a famous basketball player. All right, enough about Aisha Curry. That's number 2. That's Black Twitter all over that. Number 3, Tuesday Thoughts. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Aisha Curry. Tuesday Thoughts. Let's find out what the top Tuesday thought is. Not Tuesday Thoughts. Oh, it's coming to us. Alan Ray, Tuesday Thoughts. Here you go. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. Originator unknown. Hey, there you go. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. That's not bad. It's coming to us. Okay. Tim Black, crushing my shoe. Argument for supporting. Okay. Let's see. Holy Bible today. I am resting you. I'm waking you. I'm moving you. I'm feeding you. I'm inspiring you. I'm empowering you. I'm sheltering you. I'm refreshing you. I'm giving you love. I'm making you live. I am with you forever. I am doing these well. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So for the religious people, oh gosh, Ted Lieu, what does he have to say? Y'all familiar with Ted Lieu, the congressman from California? He's the one who tried to put up that little phone thing with Candace Owens. And I'm not a fan of Candace Owens, but I did like how she chopped him to pieces on that. I'm just not a fan of Ted Lieu. It's like to pick your poison. Ted Lieu is never going to be my poison. Here, Ted Lieu. Good morning. This is your regular reminder that Donald Trump and the GOP are trying very hard to eliminate healthcare coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. They don't have a plan if they succeed, and they don't have a plan to come up with a plan. Okay, Ted. But remember, there's still, even with Obamacare, there's 22 million people without any kind of health coverage. So it's not like any plan is great. And you know, the whole pre-existing conditions thing, I've never. People say that, you know, we're talking about health insurance. Health insurance. That's not how insurance works. It's not like I can, you know what? Okay, I got this car, and I accidentally ran into a tree, and but I didn't have insurance, but so I'm gonna go buy insurance for my car, but I wanted to cover the damage from me hitting the tree from when I didn't have insurance, because, you know, I want coverage for my pre-existing condition. I struggle with that. I understand that you want people to be able to have health care. And, you know, healthcare is something that you got to go out and figure out. Health, you know, some people say healthcare is a right. Your health and your healthcare, your responsibility. Healthcare really technically is a commodity. You know, I know a lot of countries have these health systems that, you know, they pay for everything and whatnot. And we do have that. In some forms, Medicare, VA benefits, Medicaid, things like that we try to cover people who can't figure out a way or can't afford, you know, to do any kind of insurance thing. But it always seems like, you know, you go to these countries. I was listening to this, someone who was talking about, I think Irate Bear and Monkey were talking about this while I was at work, and I was listening to them. And, you know, one of the things that about healthcare here, even as opposed to Canada, for example, the difference between here and Canada, my son had a sports injury one time, and so we took him in, and they're like, well, we should probably go have an MRI done on this, you know, on his elbow. And so we, you know, we're in the doctor's office. I'm like, oh, well, when can we schedule that? And the doctor's like, oh, no, you can just go downstairs. We have an MRI office downstairs. And so we went from here to here. And the same day he needed the MRI, he was able to get the MRI done. You can't do that in a lot of places. Like, you in Canada, there's only, you know, the number of MRI, there's MRIs machines in every city in America because, you know, the way our healthcare system works versus, you know, I know you can't just walk. You might have to wait a couple weeks for an MRI in some of these other places, just because we're the ultimate microwave society. And what my fear is that your microwave society, where you can get something done that you need done, if you need surgery for this, you can probably schedule a week out. And you just can't do that in other places. You can't do that in the VA sometimes. You know, if you're under VA care, you got to go when the VA can get you in, and it's, you know, that's my struggle with any form of government-run healthcare. So, I'm sorry, I'm an American, and we have the convenience, even though, yes, I have to. I'm working a job where I have to. In fact, the job I have now is I started because they have great health coverage. You know, this part-time job at UPS, that's the only reason I work there, because they have great health coverage. And so I thought, oh, I can either pay this much a month, or I can go work for this company where they have it. And so I did. And I mean, sometimes you have to, that's how I take care of my family and take care of my responsibility for my own health care. So I don't know. Just a thought. Where were the ones? Got ones in there. Okay. All right. Let me get one good Tuesday thought before we move on. Oh, that's cool. What the hell's that? Meet George the Wombat. Oh, here. Okay. Is this one of those things that have music? Yeah, it is. So I can't play it, but I will narrate the George the Wombat video here, and this will be our Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. This will be our Tuesday thought. We'll start here. And here we go. Meet George the Wombat. He became an orphan when his mother was hit and killed by a car. Whoops, I turned that music off. There we go. And something happened there. Oh no! Video could not be played. What the hell happened there? Will this work? Refresh. Where's George the Wombat? There we go. All right, let's try it again. Nope. All right. When his mother was hit and killed by a car, George is rescued and brought to the Australian Reptile Park in New South Wales, Australia. Wombats are marsupials that are found in Australia and Tasmania. George's new life involves chasing around the park's general manager, Tim Faulkner. He also receives plenty of cuddles and tickles. In the wild, a wombat joey would remain in the pouch for 6 to 8 months. So the park's keepers use a soft pillowcase like a sack to help George feel safe and secure. For more information on this story, so there you go. George the Wombat is our thought of the day. I lost George. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh, it was lagging. Okay, so did the refreshing help or no? Yeah, I don't want to do the copyright deal. All right, let's move on. I went way too long on that one. Way too long. All right. After that, Sandra Bland. Oh. New cell phone video shows what Sandra Bland saw during arrest by Texas trooper. New Twitter moments. Oh boy. Family of Sandra Bland, who died in a Waller County jail cell by suicide, is calling for a reopening of the criminal investigation into Bland's arrest and death after seeing footage for the first time. New cell phone footage from the now infamous traffic stop of Sandra Bland shows her perspective when a Texas state trooper points a taser at her and yells, "I will light you up." I don't know what that's going to change. She was found, Bland found 3 days later after her arrest in July 2015 in her Waller County jail cell near Houston. Her death was ruled a suicide. Her arrest sparked outrage. Until now, Brian Encina's dash cam footage was believed to be the only full recording of the July 2015 traffic stop, which ended in Bland's arrest. The trooper claimed he feared for his safety during the stop. Watch the new footage here. The new video fuels the Bland family's suspicions that Texas officials withheld evidence in her controversial arrest and later her death. How in her death? Oh my gosh, they're just using her. Their family is calling for a reopening of the criminal investigation. Okay, so what is the traffic stop? Okay, 6 Texas Department of Public Safety officials said the video was not withheld, but Bland's family and their attorney said they never saw the video. Read more here, and that's the last one of that. All right, so let's see what's different about her version of the traffic stop. Okay, so this is this.
Open my car door. You just open my car door. So you're threatening to drag me out of my own car.
Get out of the car.
And then you're going to stun me?
I will light you up. Get out.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
Get out of the car.
Really, for a failure to signal. You're doing all of this for a failure to signal. Get over there. Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do it.
Ahead.
For a failure to signal. Yep, for a failure to signal.
Get off the phone.
On my school.
Get off the phone.
I'm not on the phone. I have a right to record. This is my property. This is my property. Sir?
Put your phone down right now.
So what does that change? Okay, she's arguing with the cop. It doesn't change. It's sad that she whatever happened to her, and they said it was a suicide. I don't know why. I wish, let's see. Let's look at this real quick here. So this video, okay, so it's a 30, okay. Again, this tells us nothing other than to, what's the investigation going to be into? Okay, the dash cam footage showed the exact same things, and it was recorded. And they saw the recording of the dash cam footage. So all you're seeing is the same event from a different angle. But you know what? It's an easy one to stir people up about and get people mad. So it is what it is. There's not going to be any agreement from the people who believe her side, from the people who believes the trooper side. There's going to be no change. So basically, we're just dragging this up again, and we're getting people pissed off again. Moving on, mom quotes, because Mother's Day is coming up. Oh, here's a good one. I beat cancer. I deserve to Dougie. Okay, you can dance. My mom used to say, hear that clicking? The government is listening to our phone calls. To which I reply, Mom, the government doesn't want your tuna casserole recipe. Oh gosh, here we go. My grandma once called me into the living room and said, how do you turn this thing on? She was trying to turn on the ceiling fan with a Wii remote, which she was holding upside down. Mom texted her friend LOL after her cat died, thinking it meant lots of love. Oh goodness, that's funny. Wanted my mom to try the Big Mouth Snap Fat filter. I wasn't ready. Oh, that's scary. All right. After I got straight A's for my last semester of my undergrad, instead of congratulating me, my mom said, so all that crying was for nothing? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Me and my mom were going to a buffet, and she put some Tupperware in her purse. When I asked her why, she said, it's all you can eat, not all that I have to eat there. Oh, that's cute. Mom once picked up a lace bodysuit and said, they're selling lingerie at Ross now? I said, no, Ma, that's a regular shirt for public. The look on her face. Mom quotes. All right, so mom quotes is pretty funny. You can check that one out yourself. Ari Lennox is trending. She was number 1 this morning. Apparently, she put out a new album. I have no idea who she is, but apparently she's a pretty good artist. Don't know anything about her, so if you're into Ari Lennox, she is trending. People are talking about her today. Today, Tuesday Motivation, we'll skip that. The 5 most spoken words. Why is this so expensive? That's a good one. I hear that all the time. 5 most spoken words on Twitter. I'm not a pervy one. Hey, thanks for following me. I'm in the same situation. I feel like you understand. Want to buy weight loss pills? Hey, Sarah, you like Greg's? Great Abby, by the way. Show me your tits, love. Oh, 5 most spoken words. Let's see. Hi, Twitter. I'm so ugly. Then inserts perfectly flawless, beautiful selfie here. Hello, Jerry. Fuck off, Newman. No. 5 most. What's that supposed to mean? That's a good one. Okay, not that. It is what it is. That's one you hear a lot. All right, that's a boring one. All right, let's move on. There's got to be something else good. Let's see. After Brian Kemp is trending. Oh, the Georgia governor signs the heartbeat abortion bill. Now you're gonna have your own opinion on this. I'm just reporting the facts today. Just in, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signs a bill that would ban abortion if a fetal heartbeat can be detected. a law that the American Civil Liberties Union says it will challenge in court. My guess is that it will be challenged in court, probably be struck down somehow. I don't know. Here's the CNN story. Governor signs controversial abortion bill into law. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp on Tuesday signed a bill that would ban abortions if a fetal heartbeat can be detected, a law that the American Civil Liberties Union said it will challenge in court. Currently in Georgia, women are allowed to undergo abortion procedures up to their 20th week of pregnancy. Starting on January 1st, the bill Kemp signed generally would ban abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy, when many women don't know yet they're pregnant. The bill is very simple, but also very powerful, a declaration that all life has value, that all life matters, and that all life is worthy of protection, Kemp, flanked by supporters of the bill, said Tuesday morning before signing the legislation at the state capitol. I realize that some may challenge it in a court of law, but our job is to do what is right, not what is easy. We are called to be strong and courageous, and we will not back down. We will always continue to fight for life. The legislation says that no abortion is authorized or shall be performed if the unborn child has been determined to have a human heartbeat. It includes some exceptions, including if the pregnancy risks the life or poses substantial and irreversible physical harm to the pregnant woman. Proponents such as the Republican Party author, State Representative Ed Setzler, says abortion is a barbaric procedure and that many other options exist for women, including adoption and the morning after pill. So he's not even against the morning after pill, which is technically an abortifacient, but yeah, that's interesting. Critics include the ACLU said Georgia legislation would, including the ACLU says Georgia's legislation would ban safe legal abortion and criminalize the most intimate decision women and couples make. I do struggle with these bills, but it'll be an interesting battle because the courts have upheld some restrictions, but you know what? When you compare this to what's happening in New York or what other states, it's all over the place. So one of these cases is going to get to the high court again. Who knows what's going to happen? I know lots of people are very, very angry about this particular legislation just because it like it said, before a woman knows she's pregnant, a fetus could be a fetal heartbeat. So this will be an interesting one to watch, boy. Anyway, so he's trending today because of that. Jean Van Neer, I don't know, founder of L'Arche. I have no idea who Jean Van Neer. International community mourns the death of Canadian founder of L'Arche. I don't know what L'Arche is. Let's see. John Vanier, who taught the world about love in a new way, has died at 90. The founder of L'Arche, or L'Arche, I don't know how to pronounce it, was and is a saint. His final message: God is good, and whatever happens, it will be the best. I am happy and give thanks for everything. My deepest love to each one of you. Not familiar with that, with L'Arche. L'Arche International, 38 countries. L'Arche works closely with people with an intellectual disability so that each person can play their full role in society. Okay, so that's what L'Arche does. Okay, good for him. But may he rest in peace also. All right, moving on. I know it's getting a little dull here. Alan Cook. Oh, so let's see. The Cincinnati professional soccer team got rid of its general manager. Okay, yippee. No one follows no one follows American professional soccer except for fans of soccer. I mean, really, or fans in those cities, probably. Jill Biden is trending. Why is Jill Biden trending? Oh, okay. Okay, she must have done an interview because people have been asking her about the Anita Hill controversy. But the first thing on here is asked about the women who have come forward to say Joe Biden made them feel uncomfortable by the way he interacted with them. Jill Biden says her husband got the message loud and clear. Joe Biden has heard to back off and give people their space. Okay, because Creepy Joe is awfully touchy-feely for a long time. No, how nobody told him before now. Well, who knows? There's different. Remember we were talking about Bill Clinton talking about different rules? Yes. They do live by different rules. Also, when it comes to the controversy surrounding Joe Biden's handling of Anita Hill's testimony during Clarence Thomas Supreme Court confirmation hearings, Jill Biden tells NPR, "It's time to move on." Isn't that special? Isn't that special? I have different rules. What were we talking about? So apparently she had a long form interview with CNN. So lots of pictures from that. I'm done. Next. Bartolo trending with Bartolo Colon. What is Bartolo? Oh, when you look back in history, people are going to be talking about three things: the discovery of fire, the invention of the submarine, and Bartolo's home run. Where'd this bad boy go? Okay, I don't know why they'll be talking about this. Three years ago today, Bartolo made the impossible happen. Oh, is that when I don't know why are people talking about this home run? Oh, I see. He became the oldest player to hit his first home run, and it was glorious. Okay, this was his first home run of his career. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's go back. Pamela Anderson. Why is Pamela Anderson's trending? Actor Pamela Anderson went to visit Julian Assange in a London prison after he was sentenced to 50 weeks for breaching bail. What? He's our first prison visitor. Remember we were talking about I'm not going to talk about Tuesday Thoughts. That was not right. Emotional Pamela Anderson. And says she loves innocent Julian Assange and hits out at how cut off he is after becoming the first person to visit the WikiLeaks founder in Belmarsh High Security Jail. He's in a high security prison? I don't know. Okay, interesting. Tearful Baywatch star Pamela Anderson said she loved innocent WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange after she visited him in Belmarsh High Security Jail. The actress, 51, visited Assange at the imposing jail in Woolwich, southeast London today after he was jailed last month for breaching bail conditions. Ms. Anderson, wearing high heels and a shawl with a politically worded pattern draped over her, met Assange with WikiLeaks editor Kristen Harrison. The wording on the cape was not explained, but free speech, no man should have to be on his own, and Cromwell could be seen printed on it. After seeing the imprisoned 47-year-old, she said, "He does not deserve to be in a supermax prison. He has never committed a violent act. He is an innocent person," she told reporters after visiting Assange. She revealed that he has no access to information, is really cut off from everybody, and has not been able to speak to his children. So that's interesting that his first visitor is Pamela Anderson. Good. I mean, all right, I'm one of those people who don't think Assange should be in prison. He maybe he's got in trouble for his bail issues in the UK, but that's the only reason he's in prison there. He's on an extradition treaty for the US, and I just think, sorry, he's a publisher just like the New York Times excuse me, was a publisher during the Pentagon Papers. So anyway, we're going to go back. I'm done with that. Let's just see what else, the last couple things, and then I got to get out of here. Let's see. EA Access, the game subscription service finally comes to PS4. Good. Myanmar. Oh, Reuters journalist freed after more than 500 days in Myanmar prison. Oh, that's interesting. 2 Pulitzer Prize winning journalists, Wa Lon and Kya So-u, were released on Tuesday as part of a prisoner amnesty announced by Myanmar president. The duo was jailed for 7 years for stealing state secrets during their reporting on a massacre of the Rohingya Muslims in the country's Rakhine state. So, okay, good for them. They were both Reuters reporters, so I'm sure that organization is glad that they're out. Interesting. Free the prisoners. Amazon Go opens in a downtown New York. Isn't Amazon Go that place where you have to, there is no, you take the app and then you scan your stuff and you just walk out? Yeah, that's one of the, users scan themselves with the Amazon Go app, then walk out with whatever they want. Amazon opens its first Go store in New York City, and the first that accepts cash. Oh, this one takes cash. The move is unexpected, considering Amazon's a major player in the move towards cashless stores. But they have a way to take cash. So it's basically self-serve, self-checkout, all that nonsense. It'll be interesting to see how those end up working. It's a technology. I mean, I use one of those apps when I go to Sam's Club where I scan all my stuff myself, and I can pay for it so I don't have to stand in the cashier line, and then I just walk out and they take a little scanner gun and they scan my phone, and then they just check the items and I'm gone. It's a lot quicker. I think that's similar to the Amazon Go, although theirs is all with chips and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't matter how you do it. They're going to track the way you can do it. Okay, Christopher Wray's trending number 18. Oh, interesting. New FBI director Chris Wray was asked if he would call FBI surveillance spying, as Attorney General Barr did. That's not the term I would use, Wray said. Wray said he knew of no illegal surveillance on any of the 2016 campaigns. Oh, that's an interesting little wrench in things. I guess we're going to find out when they actually do some investigating, though. Wray's new director, he wasn't the director back then. New FBI Director Wray says spying didn't occur on the Trump campaign, despite AG Barr's characterization. That's not the term I would use. So NBC News is proudly putting that one out there. That's going to be a fight. That's still coming. It's still coming, people. I'm just telling you. That's a fight that's still coming. All right, let's go. Okay, there's my music. Iraqi. Oh, Trump pardons. Oh, this is gonna cause hell. Trump pardons former U.S. soldier convicted of killing an Iraqi prisoner. Trump granted a full pardon to Michael Behenna of Oklahoma, who had been sentenced to 25 years in prison for killing an Iraqi prisoner. This is going to shoot to the top, I'm pretty sure. Some people are going to be mad. Some people are going to be happy. I hope this isn't that same guy that actually basically just murdered the guy in cold blood. I'm not sure about that. Okay, yeah, he was, let's see. Executive granted clemency, full pardon granted by POTUS for former U.S. Army First Lieutenant Michael Behenna, who in 2009, a military court sentenced to 25 years in prison for unpremeditated murder in a combat zone. This one's gonna be one of those that just, this is not gonna be good. He stripped the guy naked for questioning and then shot him twice, claiming he was acting in self-defense. Some people are describing him as convicted murder and war criminal. Here's the opening statement of the military prosecutor in the court-martial of Michael Behenna, who was convicted of killing Iraqi citizen Ali Mansour Mohammed. February 23rd, 2009, Captain Erwin Roberts made the prosecution opening statement before a panel of 7 officers. The court-martial will follow rules similar to those for those facing federal criminal trials. Roberts described a cold, straightforward execution. The evidence will show that on May 16th, the accused took the victim out into the desert in Iraq, stripped him naked, interrogated him while he had his Glock pistol pointed at him, shot him in the head, shot him in the chest, killing him at that time, he said. Ooh, this one's gonna get ugly. Just because this is one of those that there'll be people screaming, oh, I'm not ready for this one. I'm moving on. This is one of those that I got to read more about because I don't know enough to speak on it. It doesn't look good. Let's just put it that way. And the people who hate Trump are going to hate him more for this, because if this guy killed somebody in cold blood, he should be in prison. You know, he didn't follow the protocols of what we do as a country, but I don't know the true answer until I read a little more about it. Last one, Victor Luis. Don't know who that is. CEO of Tapestry. I don't know. Anyway, who cares? All right, folks, we got to move on. You know what? It's been one of those days. There's some really weird stuff in the news that some of it's going to blow up. I guarantee you that pardon is going to blow up. We're going to be every pundit's going to be talking about that. And the other one that I think is definitely going to blow up is Brian Kemp and Georgia and the abortion bill, and perhaps Sandra Bland. But I think Trump partying in this particular soldier is that's going to be a nasty one. I guarantee it, man. I guarantee it. So anyway, hey, thanks y'all for being here. I usually try to end on some nice news, but my head's spinning on that one. Thank you again. Down below, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And if you haven't, well, we'll see if I can fix the Streamlabs link. I don't know if it's me who has to be verified or the people who donate have to be verified. I will figure that out later. Anyway, we're here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT for those of you who are in other parts of the world and use GMT. And make sure that you tell other people about us. We thank you. Retweet the links out. If you send somebody here later, you can comment in the comment threads. And I've got some videos coming out pretty soon. I've been talking about that for a while, but I am actually going to get those videos out. But you know what? It's the end of the show. I got to go. My name's Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.